All right. I don't know why. Live for the first episode or first live of our pre-event series for our Women in Wellness Summit pre-event special. So super excited to be joining y'all tonight, and excited to be here with these ladies tonight. And we are in for a great conversation. So if you all are not familiar with the Women in Wellness Summit, it is basically an event held in March that it's our annual event that we are celebrating local women in wellness. We're also celebrating representation and diversity, representation of different women of different backgrounds, but also different areas of expertise, as well as community and collective well-being. We're also looking at our multi-dimensional well-being as well too, looking through the 8 dimensions of wellness. And it's going to be this year. We're going to do something different. We're doing 2 days of panels, breakout sessions, community connection. We got your breakfast and your lunch covered, networking, vendors, giveaways, everything, so much more. So tonight we are joined by Dr. Breeden-Balaam, and we also have Natasha Brown. So excited to have y'all here, and of course me, Ayana Anderson, CEO of Well Together. So as we begin to get started, I want to just start by asking. I'll start with you, Dr. Sharice. Who is Dr. Sharice?
Oh, and this is being recorded, so let me give you the clean version of who I am now. Hi, everyone. So, thank you so much for having me here tonight. This is truly an honor, and I'm humbled and pleasured to be a part of what will be a phenomenal summit in March. I am Dr. Sharice Breeden-Balaam, Dr. Sharice, originally from Jersey City, New Jersey, born and raised. Who am I? I am the Director of Field Placement at Marymount University, in charge of everything field in the school, in the graduate school of social work. I have a license in social work, and I also have a doctorate in higher educational leadership. My research contains food insecurities as it pertains to community college students, and now I'm looking to transition that. Food insecurities into physical and emotional well-being of community college students. So I'm so happy to be here, and thank you again.
Nice. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to have you here with us for the summit this year, and excited for the wealth of experience and knowledge that you bring to the summit.
I
Thank
feel
you.
seasoned when you say wealth of knowledge, but that's okay. I'm here. I'm glad to be amongst the seasoned saints. It's okay. I'm okay with it.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
Thank you.
you. Okay, Tasha. Who is Natasha?
What is up, everyone? I'm Natasha Bryant. I am excited this summit. I'm looking forward to not only being a speaker, but just learning from everybody else's expertise. There is an array of different expertise and specialties. So I'm excited. Get your tickets because it's something you don't want to miss. So I'm from Jersey, Jersey girl all day, South Jersey. But I currently live in Philadelphia. I have my own private practice, Speak Life Transformation. I'm in year 4 of my private practice. My background is actually in schools. I started off in the field of social work as a school counselor. I've done school counselor, school social work, mental health clinician, anything behavioral health, mental health in a school setting I have done. And then I worked part-time in outpatient settings, and then transitioned to private practice where I was with a group practice, and then eventually opened up my own practice. And with my practice, I provide psychotherapy. I also do confidence mindset coaching for professional women and entrepreneurs who are looking to shift from feeling hesitant to confident when pursuing their purpose. I do workplace wellness, helping businesses really promote the mental health and psychological safe type of workplace in a workplace field. and I'm an author. I have books and ebooks, and personally, I'm an auntie, the cool auntie, no kids, but I have nieces and nephews that I love to love on. I love to travel, and I am a foodie for sure. Oh, and a beach girl, because I mean, you can't be in Jersey and not be a Jersey beach girl. I'm a bona fide Jersey beach girl for sure.
Nice, nice, nice. I love gave us the whole rundown. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I know you all basically shared in your introductions a little bit about your areas of expertise, but if you can also just explain it and go in a little bit more into detail in your areas of expertise as it relates to the topics that you all will be discussing at the summit. Dr.
I'll
Well,
go
King.
first. Oh, you
No, whoever.
Okay. So, like I mentioned, one of the services I provide is confident mindset coaching. And what that is just really helping, specifically women, professional women, and women entrepreneurs, and really helping women. My passion within that is really helping women really go after their goals, really pursue their purpose without the doubt, without the fear, without the people pleasing, the proving, the perfectionism. Like really helping women overcome all the things that can cause us as women to put our lives on hold or not pursue the life that God has really set for us, and really build that bold, confident, unshakable mindset so that regardless of what is ever happening, regardless of what people may think about it, regardless if your vision, your passion, your purpose is different from what people say you should be doing, you feel confident and bold enough to still pursue it. And so that's when it comes to the confidence mindset coaching, that's what I specialize in. My heart is, and then that's what my goal is for when I speak at the Women in Wellness Summit.
Nice. Thank you. I love that. And I think that's also definitely just, mindset is key, so that's definitely super important. And I think, as we get into a little bit later on when we're talking about breakthrough, I think that's definitely aligned as well too. So loving that.
so I started out um, in college and I thought I wanted to do private therapy, private counseling. I just knew I was going to have a private practice. And then I realized that that's not my area of expertise. I enjoy being in academia. I enjoy getting the next generation of social workers ready for what is to come. I bring my authentic self in every space that I enter. I laugh, I joke, I have a great time, but yet, and though I can be very serious when it comes to how to care for ourselves and how to care for our communities. So, at the summit, I'm excited to talk about mental illness and religion. Being a Christian, believing in God, truly having a grounded relationship in my spirituality, I realized that a lot of black and brown women like myself are just wearing this superwoman cape and are not taking care of ourselves mentally. We're tired. I'm tired. We're all tired. We're exhausted. This last cycle of election worn us down. I tell my friends all the time I feel like a golf pencil, because golf pencils don't even have an eraser.
No.
It's just lead. So in the summit, at the summit, should I say, my goal is to truly allow people to understand that it is okay to say I'm exhausted. It's okay to say I'm sad. It's okay to say I'm depressed. That I have some anxiety, and it's okay to take medication, prescribed medication. Um, not self-medicating. Popping edibles and doing hookah and taking shots, and ain't nobody saying that. I don't judge nobody.
Yeah.
However, um, when you're doing that to suppress the symptoms so that you can get up out the bed, so you can care for your children, so you can walk your dog, because I have a little dog, Dr. Fluffy. Um, you need to be able to have some balance, right? And we go into church and we praising God and we throwing our hands up, we shouting and we running through the church, and then we going right back to that cycle of woe with me. And just being sad. I don't have children, and I'm not married yet. Why I'm not this, and why is she doing this over there, and this comparison and all of these things that's just weighing us down. So when I come there in March, I'm coming there ready, prepared to really empower each and every person that comes in that workshop to let them know that there is something else and I'm here to give them what the something else is. So again, this is going to be a phenomenal workshop, and I'm excited about it.
Nice, nice. I love that too. I'm so excited. I'm like, I want to spend all y'all sessions. But but I really love that, and I love things that you mentioned too. Just talking about getting those next generation of social workers ready as well, because I think we've also been hearing a lot about like different things of that sort. But I also always think that it's important for, I want to say, like, for lack of better terms, the OGs in social work, to also yeah, you get all the titles tonight, but the OGs in
All of them, all of them.
that really pass the baton, right? And Natasha, yourself as well too. Passing the baton, with the experience and the expertise that you all have and the work that you all have been doing. So I really appreciate y'all. And I mean, just also talking about social work, it's a whole bunch of social workers on this lineup as well too. So super excited for that. March is not only Women's History Month, but also National Social Work Month too. So that's also very exciting as well too. But really excited for that conversation also about normalizing, talking about mental health and healthy ways of coping as well too. So super excited about that. Next, as I mentioned earlier, our theme for this year's summit is breakthrough and bloom. So I want to know, start with you, Natasha. What does breakthrough and bloom mean to you, and how does that resonate now with you in this season?
Yeah, I would say when I first hear breakthrough, the first thing I think about is really getting to that place of healing. Not healed, because we're never fully healed. Healing, I tell my clients all the time, healing is an ongoing journey. But where you are in a place of healing and you're resolving past hurts and you're learning new things about yourself and you're allowing yourself to let go of things that have been holding you back, and you are having a lot of aha moments of understanding, like, oh, I understand now why I do the thing. I understand why I show up this way in relationships, or I understand why this is happening, right? And so I feel like breakthrough is just a level of self-discovery, a level of self-acceptance, a level of healing in that way, which then transitions you to blooming, where you end up becoming your full authentic self. One of the things that is my goal as a psychotherapist and a confidence mindset coaching is to help individuals live their best life as their best self unapologetically. And that's what that bloom is, where you're at a place where you are now unapologetically living as your authentic self because you have went through the breakthrough through of figuring out who she is. One of my books is Hello Me, It's Nice to Meet You. It's a guided journal. And the reason why I named it Hello Me, It's Nice to Meet You is for the breakthrough, right? It's for you to finally break through the journal prompts and the activities that are in the book, where you are breaking through and healing in ways that you finally like, hey girl, hey, it's so nice to meet you. Like, you finally find out who you truly are, and you start to step in to who she is. You become her. You feel free. There's a level of freedom. There's a level of boldness within all of it. There's a level of unapologetic living within all of that. And then you just continue to grow and bloom as a result of that.
Nice. I love that. That was really well said. Thank you for sharing that. And if I can ask, if you don't mind sharing, how does this like resonate with you right now, in this season?
Yeah, I would say for me in this season, I mean, being an entrepreneur, there's a lot of breakthroughs
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
happening. I'm sure you understand, right? As an entrepreneur, it's a lot of ups and downs, and I think for me breaking through like these expectations of like what it was supposed to be like, or also breaking through with being okay when things don't turn out the way they were supposed to, and still pushing through. So I do a quarterly vision board, and so God gave me my word for 2025 is prosperity, which it doesn't necessarily mean money. It's just really like thriving and growing in all different areas of your life. And then he gave me my quarterly word, because I do a quarterly vision board. My quarterly word is persist, right? And so in order for me to reach my prosperity, I need to continue to persist, continue to pray until the prayer is answered, continue to show up until the goal is achieved, right? And so that is for me how I'm breaking through and getting to my bloom, is like to continue to just be to persist. until it is done, right? Because believing that I'm already victorious and breaking through with that mindset that even if I don't not seeing I'm winning right now, knowing that because God put this for me and is a plan for me that I am winning, I'm going to win, and then being able to, and as a result of that, blooming in the process of being persistent. So yeah.
Nice. I love that. I feel like I'm getting that confidence mindset and everything all in one right now too. That's really powerful. Thank you for sharing that.
I'm gonna say one thing that Natasha said that I disagree with. I don't believe that you're in a constant state of healing. I think that there is a conclusion to healing. And I think that if you're on that road, that you can accomplish that. And I say that for my own personal experience because I am totally healed. The wounds that I had from being divorced, of being a single mother, of losing my mother, I'm an only child. Um, I made it, and those things are healed, and I'm so grateful to God that I am on the other side. So when I speak about breakthrough, it is all of those things that I broke through. um, I hold a doctoral degree. I didn't anticipate it. I didn't even want it because my mind was so limited as to what it was and why did I need it, like what are you talking about, and it literally dropped in my lap. I was teaching at Bergen County Community College, and the chair of the department told me about a program for an EDD, and I was like, "What is that? Like, I don't want that. Like, get out of here." And I literally submitted it at the last minute, like 2 days before it was due, and they accepted me. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, what's happening now?" So I'm sitting in this class, and I'm like, what's happening, like had no idea of like what I had gotten myself into. And I kept going. I just kept showing up. There were four African American women in this cohort of 30. And when it was all said and done, it was 22 of us. And out of the 22, it was 17 of us. And out of the four African American women, three of us completed and graduated. Um, so that was my breakthrough. And then the blooming is right now. This is blooming for me. I travel. I've been to Barcelona. I've been to Spain. Um, my children are grown. Even though you know, they grown. They grown. I'll leave it at that. And I enjoy this life that I'm living, and I'm still blooming. My bloom will accomplish when I become a college president. That is my goal. So when I listen to you, Natasha, and you, Yana, about all of these technology things and all of these other things, I chuckle because yes, it's my experiences and things that I bring to the table that will prepare you for what is to come. This next generation of young people that are coming through the high schools and grade schools and middle schools, they will need people like you to help them get through because what they're experiencing is I can't even imagine the things that they are going through right now. So this blooming, to me, that's a constant. And my word for this year is manifestation. Everything that I have and am asking for, it will be manifest. And that is a continuum. So I don't think that it's just one thing and then they got to go back to the drawing board. I just believe that it will be a continuation of of manifestations. This right here is a manifestation. Doing this live. I wanted to do a podcast live, and then here it is. I was like, okay, God, I see you. Like you showing up and you showing out. So again, we have to be ready. And I have to say that I'm in a space of readiness for what is to come while I'm passing that baton to the two of you and to my students so that they can be ready to help the black and brown children and young people and adults that they're going to encounter and be able to understand their plight, right? Like that's another thing, being culturally competent to understand and know what the person has gone through or even be aware of what's happening, is truly things that help you continue to bloom.
Thank you for sharing that. I really love the idea of the continuum. That's really powerful, and it resonates with me as well too. And I think overall, it's important to note too how breakthrough and bloom will look different for everyone as well too, right? So I think that's something that I love, and I can't wait to hear from some of you all here today in the audience, and then also when you were at the summit to hear what breakthrough means to you, and just how the stories of our speakers and other people in the room resonate with you with all. So next, I want to ask, what sparked your interest to want to be a part of our summit?
I'll go first. I have to say, so, so what is it? A troll? So I've been trolling Ayana on all these social media. Well, not all the platforms because I only do two. LinkedIn and Facebook. I do my Cubs. I call them my Cubs now. They allowed me to get Instagram. So my daughter gave me an Instagram. Help me set up an Instagram account. I don't do too much on there, so it ain't too much happening. Just some pictures. I play the same songs because, like I told you, Ayana, I only know a couple of songs, but it's okay. It works for me. Um, and I was like, oh my. I was like, okay, all this black girl magic up in this piece. Let me throw my hat in. And when you said I was, gonna be a part, I was like, oh my gosh, me? Like, like okay, now what? And then when you said that there was gonna be these live and these podcasts, I was like, oh, okay. I did ask to do a podcast, so now okay, God, now I got to be ready. So I think that's the other thing too, right? Is we ask for stuff, and then when we get it, we got to be ready. So you said
Yeah,
don't overthink it. So I was on YouTube figuring out like what it is, how to do it. Trying to have backgrounds and almost did a paper on it because that's the kind of because that's how I learn and that's what I do. And you was like, no, don't overthink. And I was like, that's easy for you to say because you've done this already. But yeah,
yeah,
so I really wanted to just come to just be in the number and really try to give a different perspective of your topic from the other speakers, right? And I'm okay with being, a seasoned professional out here. I'm okay with it. I'm glad to be seasoned. And just allow people to understand that this blooming, it's a journey, and you could bloom at any given moment. It's like a flower, right? Like tulips. Like I've got tulips. They bloom in the spring, they fall off, but guess what? The next spring they blooming again. So yeah.
nice. I ain't know all this, the backstory of it all. Now I'm like, okay, it's good to hear that. It's good to hear that. I think it's the importance of showing up, right? Showing up, and you never know who's
Mm-hmm.
appreciating and the journey as well too. So I appreciate you and hearing that, and just really appreciative of you for being part of this journey and wanting to be a part of the journey as well too. So I really appreciate it. And mental health is near and dear to my heart. So having you speak about the topic, and just seeing your passion, because we've been connected for some time, I know, on LinkedIn. So also seeing your work, and seeing how passionate you are about what you do, and even now as we've met, I really love and appreciate your humor, and I think that's also something that since we've been on this call, when we've been on our meeting calls, you've always made us smile and laugh. So I know you're gonna bring that same energy to the summit as well too.
Yep.
Natasha, handing it over to you.
Yeah, I absolutely love speaking and attending women empowerment wellness events. Anytime I get an opportunity to just be around women, when you're in that space, like everybody's like intentional, and the mindset, the energy is just different. Where it's like, I'm here to focus on me. I'm here to like learn more about how I can just do better for me, and how I can use this to just really elevate my life and reach the goals I want to live, like when it comes to those wellness empowerment events. And I just love being a part of that. I love being a part of really helping women get to that place, right, where they're no longer stagnant. So when I pick the topics I pick, I'm usually intentional about picking topics that's either about purpose, mental self-care, or when it comes to being having that confident mindset, because women are usually really eager and hungry to learn, okay, how do I get past this block that I have right now? Like, I know there's more out there for me. I know I have this dream, I have this goal, I have this vision, and I'm just not moving, and I need to move past this block. I'm ready. My time is now. Or sometimes they don't even realize that their time is now, or that's them, and then they're in the session and they're like, I'm so glad I attended your event. After speaking with you, I realized, like, I need to start thinking about stagnant. Am I, like, staying in a comfortable space, right? So just really helping women, like, really challenge their mindset is something I really enjoy doing, hearing feedback from them. And then also, like I said, being a participant. So just also hearing and being a part of the being in the audience of other powerful women, Black women specifically. It's always great to be around other Black women just doing the daggone thing, especially in the field of mental health and wellness, because we don't often get the same light of shine as others. And so seeing that there's so many of us doing amazing things and giving a space for women to have access to that is always amazing.
Yes, I resonate with so much of what you said. So, like, just like you mentioned, just it's something so powerful. We all come together, and I think in light of recent current events in the world too, I think even more so now, it's so much more important for us to stick together, support each other, really uplift each other as well too. So I think that's really important. And I just want to also like shout you out too, because I really appreciate, as you were just talking, like the intentionality that you say, like you put into the topic, you put into making sure everybody in the room is getting value and things of that sort. And I think that's very important. And that's something also just important when I'm picking speakers and things of that sort. Is like the intentionality, right? Being super intentional. So we appreciate that. And again, excited to have you a part of the summit as well. So now, as we're starting to wind down a little bit, wanting to ask, what are you all most excited about for the summit, and maybe like what impact do you plan to or want to have or hope to have on the attendees, or based on your participation in the summit?
I'll say what I'm excited most is the community, sense of community. It's a 2-day event. And so just building community with the speakers, but also even with the attendees. So I'm really excited about that, making connections. That's always great. Being a solo entrepreneur and working from home, it could get lonely out in these streets. So like building network, building community is great. Connecting with the attendees and supporting them in different ways. Even after the wellness summit, if it's if it makes sense. So I'm excited about that. And then you said the impact. That was the other question. Like what
Yeah.
impact?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the impact. I mean the topics that we have. I think the amount of impact is there's going to be a lot of breakthrough and blooming. I think that's going to be a big impact. There's going to be a lot of women who are going to receive breakthrough, whether through actual, in the actual like more workshops, or if it's like in like the yoga or fitness sessions, right? I think even that will be a level of breakthrough for women, and then blooming, like just coming out feeling a level of growth, feeling a level of feeling different about who they are, feeling a level of power within themselves, that they can really move forward in ways that they may have not even thought they could move forward prior to attending the event. So I think that's the type of impact that it's going to have.
Nice. I love that. Dr. Sharice, can't hear you.
Her mic is muted.
Yep, I'm back.
Yeah.
I think one of the most
If you can
important things.
unmute the mic.
Can
It
you
was
hear me?
unmuted. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Here.
No. Can you hear me, Natasha? I didn't
I can
turn
hear
it
you.
down or anything.
It might be a lag on Ayana's end because she's frozen.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Um, I'm going to say that to put some normalization into mental illness. And when I say normalization, meaning that it is not encompass of who you are. It is a derivative, a symptom, right? When we talk about diabetes, you're not a diabetic. You're someone that has diabetes. You're not high blood pressure. You're someone that has high blood pressure. You're not just depressed. No, you are someone that has an issue with depression, right? And I want to empower the women that these things are treatable, they are manageable, and they are not to consume who you are. So when I speak about blooming, that is where I want them to go. I want them to bloom out of this grayness that all of these things consume them, and to give them some ray of hope that we all get sad, right? And if you can't get out of this sadness, then let me help you by referring you to someone. And if that referral needs you need medication, then so be it, right? I want us to get to a space where we can have open communication about people in our family, about ourselves who are suffering from any type of mental illness. And then I want people to see that you can get to anywhere you want to go. I started this doctoral journey, look, in my late 40s. Like any time is the right time. Like any time is the right time. Um, and don't put yourself in a box that you have to have this, that checked off in order for you to get over to this side. So my goal is to bring all of me, that this brown girl from Jersey City, New Jersey, who was raised by a single black woman that came from Clio, South Carolina, that picked cotton and tobacco and had enough money to get on a Greyhound bus and came to Jersey City and never looked back. Worked for the city of Jersey City for well over 40 years and had a pension that people that people was don't even make nowadays. And who raised me, this brown girl who holds a doctoral degree, but I never ever lost sight or lose sight of where I've come from, nor where I have to go, and I'm always willing to take somebody along with me. So this conference for me is about what can I do to help you get to where you need to go. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
That was so powerful. I think even just kind of just sharing, that journey of what got you here, and just even how it still is something that pushes you and motivate you each and every day, and also just to put your best foot forward and make sure that you bringing someone or helping to push someone forward as well too. So that's very powerful. So thank you both for sharing that. So now we're starting to wrap up, wanting to know if you all have any events, launches, or projects coming up that you would like to share with us.
Yeah, I actually do have an event. So on Monday, the 27th of January, so that's this month, on about a little over a week, at 7 p.m. virtually, I am hosting a goal planning workshop. So it's called Vision in Action. It is the official goal vision board after party. And so what I mean by that is I'm not helping you build the vision board, I'm helping you execute the vision board. And so you're going to bring your vision board to this workshop. I'm going to help you create goals, create an action plan, help you with some accountability to make sure that whatever's on your vision board, you actually execute. And on top of that, give you strategies, have that confident mindset to make sure that you actually follow through on the plans that you have throughout the year, so that by 2020, by December of this year, you're looking at your list and you're checking everything off because you accomplished all your goals. So you can visit natashabspeaks.com/events to check that out, to register. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Speak Like Transformation Facebook as Speak Life Transformation SLT. You can get the link in the bio, and you can also access it that way to register.
Sounds good. I'll make sure I also link you in the videos as well too, so people can access that event and also your social media pages.
So I just launched my LLC. It's called Road to the Hood. And what that is helping black and brown women on this doctoral journey. And it's not about helping you write your dissertation or edit your dissertation. It's about being your mental health coach while you're on this journey. Obtaining a doctoral degree is very daunting. It's very lonely. It's very intense. It's filled with emotion. So my goal is to be a think partner while you're on this journey and to be your referral, to be your sister girlfriend, really helping you and keeping you motivated to get through so that you can have not ABD, but no, have your doctorate done because a doctorate is not a doctorate until it is a finished product. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it. This is the first time that I've ever, people was like, "Oh, you could do it. You should do something. You should do something." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm doing something." So so I'm just in the infancy stages, just getting all of my documents together, being an official small business here in the good state of New Jersey. So by the time we have the summit, I will have my website and some more information. But I'm excited about that because again, I truly believe in being my sister's keeper. So what other way? What's another way for that to happen? But to truly help my sisters along their journey. So yes.
Nice. I love all of that. So I'm going to that vision event on the 27th and I'm looking forward to that website. I'm going to be on you. Where's the website? Where's that website? So
Yes.
right. But super excited for things. And looking forward to just following your journeys as well along, as we lead up to the summit and support you all as well too. So really excited that you all were here with me to kick off this session tonight. Super excited. So I hope everyone who was here spending some time with us gained a lot from this conversation, felt inspired even from this conversation, as I also felt, and just even feeling like I am in great hands with these right here for the summit. Got some great sessions that we're going to hear about later on coming up in the next couple of weeks, but also really excited about these sessions. Like I said, I'm gonna be right in the front, be right in the room. But super excited for this, and I hope everyone goes out, get your tickets, and join us at the Women in Wellness Summit in March. So thank you all for joining me again tonight, and thank you everyone for tuning in tonight with us. Take care, y'all. Have a good weekend. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Awesome. Awesome.